So for this video, we're in St Annes. It was sunny St Annes 10 minutes ago, but unfortunately it's gone a little bit cloudy. So we're right down on the seafront where the beach huts are, against the beach. Oh look, the little train. Oh, that view across there is Southport. Wow, that is clear. Look at that for a view. And you don't normally see the sea in as near at this end of the coast either. There's usually a huge beach at St Annes. A really big tidal range. So the sun's finally come back out in July, as it should be doing. And everybody has flocked to the beach, and you can't say any other. It's really busy. So I've got my mask on, I'm taking no risks. But fortunately St Annes has got an enormous beach, so there's plenty of space for people to come and enjoy the fresh air and the beach huts. So that little edifice on the beach there that you can see, that's the end of St Annes Pier, where it ended up being shortened, shall we say. So we're going to go this way down to the Promenade walkway, so you can see that there's a small golf course down there. This is the side of the island complex where the cinema is. And this is the little line for the little train that unfortunately we've just missed, because that's right cute. So there's people out playing, well, I would say proper golf, but it's not really proper golf, is it? Sort of hobby golf. And there's a little what's it called? Crazy golf, that's the word. That's the word I'm looking for, crazy golf here. I always liked crazy golf as a kid. You do get some funny looks when you've got a mask on and a camera in your hand. I don't know whether it's the mask that they're looking at or the camera, I can't quite make my mind up. So this bit of the seafront at St Annes has got the trampolines and kids' amusements. I loved trampolines as a kid. There's one thing I liked, it was getting on the trampolines. So this is the station for the little train. Oh, it's coming back, look, can you see it? It's just there in the distance, can you see it coming back? Isn't it cute? All aboard. Not quite sure what that noise is. That's going to be loud. So this is the Toby on the seafront and the children's rides. There's another little links pitch and putt here that people enjoy playing on. Oh, I bet they're cutting the grass. So it's all proper traditional seaside stuff. So there's some more children's playgrounds up there. I might want to go up there. The trampolines. And this is the kids' splash area. I would imagine it's closed. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna go and collect a little clip of this while there aren't any children all over it. Oh, he's got a blower thing. So that's the kids' splash. It's the old paddling pool. Right, so we're going to go back down the Promenade Road now, against the side of the beach. So this is Pleasure Island, where the kids' rides are. And this little this little wall here offers quite a bit of protection against the wind and the horrible weather. And that's at the back of that. There are the seafront gardens. I'll go through one of the little gaps and show you the lovely gardens. There's not quite as much planting this year as there perhaps normally is, because obviously there's councils have had a lot more priorities than they perhaps might otherwise do when they're busy trying to look after all the problems created by coronavirus. In fact, we'll go up here because this will give us a little bit of a high spot vantage point. You ready? So this is just the top of the path, but you can get a better view from up here, see a bit more. It's a shame it's gone overcast. I've been out all morning, so I've just had a little bite to eat on a bench, and you know, it was lovely. The minute I'd finished, it went dull. I don't know. In fact, I'll cut through here. In fact, no, I'll not. Change my mind. So this is an old railway carriage that's used as a gift shop and cafe. So we'll go back down the way that we came. Tip top, tip top. Go back round here. So everybody's enjoying their ice creams and kids' rides and summer at the seaside. Cafes are doing a roaring trade. I must admit, I wondered where to go for my lunch. In the end, I got a sandwich from Marks and Spencer's. So we're going to walk back down to the pier. So this is the YMCA. And obviously the beach down this side of there. Wait for this chap to get out of the way. And then if you walk up there, up that road, that's the town centre up there. So this is a pond here, and there's quite often a swan nesting on it. I've not seen one today as I've come along. But under normal circumstances, when we've not got coronavirus, there's quite often big inflatable blow-up globe things. I don't know, I suppose there's probably a proper name for them, but I don't know what it is. That you can hire and go in on the water. Ooh, I've got a bad wrist. I'm going to do my sub story now. That's the RNLI shop, that one there, and the RNLI boathouse. I've got a bad wrist, so I keep wobbling the camera. And then this is a cafe. So there's two separate buildings. So you can sit outside and something to eat. That's nice. And then the promenade path. In fact, I'll just pop through here and show you the gardens, because they are nice. They're worth looking at. I'm trying to keep away from people and film at the same time. So these are the gardens, which are still planted up and pretty and lovely, like ever they always are. And at that end of the seafront, down there, there's a big pond big ornamental pond with a big waterfall, which is lovely, and it's always full of ducks. And you can see there's loads of sea holly here. You see the bees on it. We'll do a quick diversion for some wildlife. See the bees. The beautiful clouds of lavender. Right, so we'll go back up onto the seafront. So these gardens carry on. You can just see there, that's the Mexico Memorial to the Mexico lifeboat disaster. There's information about that on our Visit St Annes website, along with lots of other interesting information about St Annes seafront and the town itself. So that's a pretty original Victorian waterfall. Right, we're going to go back this way now and back onto the seafront. I think the sun's trying to come back out. It's very warm, it's lovely. Especially after we've had some poor weather.
We have to cover our back, you know. Oh, yeah.
So this is the really busy bit. If you thought it was busy up to just, it gets even busier when you get down here, because this is the sort of properly seafronty bit of St Annes. So here we've got people walking, enjoying the sunshine all over the beach. I saw some donkeys. They're there. I'm just going to say I saw some donkeys earlier. You see them? Where are they? I've lost my donkeys. They're at the side of the van. There you go. Donkeys. We love seaside donkeys. But it's lovely to see people out again enjoying the view and the sunshine after all this time. Well, number one, being stuck in, and then number two, when it went awful weather. So the gardens carry on round the back of here, and the queue that's coming across the middle of the footpath is the queue for the public toilets. Socially distanced queue for the public toilets, I might add. And the thing I like about St Annes as well is that there are loads of little original Victorian buildings like this one. Look at this little shelter. There's loads of little features like that. And there's the original. I mean, just look at that ironwork, it's beautiful. And then there's original lampposts like that one. It's lovely. Look at that fretwork under there. So that's the Mexico Memorial that I was just telling you about. So that was the RNLI's biggest loss of life to date. I can't remember the details of it offhand, but it is on the Visit St Annes website, so I'll pop a link in the description for you. So everybody's out enjoying the weather. Isn't that lovely? Lovely day at the seaside. There's one thing about wearing a mask, people can't see me talking to myself. Lovely busy beach. Oh look, the sun's come back out for us. That's nice. And then this is, listen to the starlight. And then this is the children's paddling pool, which is not in paddling pool mode at the moment because obviously it's a health hazard when coronavirus is around and about. So this is St Annes Pier. We'll just go around this corner and I'll show you the paddling pool. And this here is the main road that takes you up to St Annes town centre, where the shops are. So there's just a short road there. In fact, you can see a B&M, look. Can you see a B&M? On this corner. That's the crossroads where the traffic lights are, going into the town. And this is the children's paddling pool and the bandstand. So normally on a day like this would be full of water and absolutely mobbed with people and children paddling. And then this is the pier. And the only problem with this coast is that when you try to photograph anything, the sun's always at the back of it, so you always get things in the shade. So we'll just go for a walk past the pier and I'll show you this little garden at the side where Les Dawson lives. Because of course Les Dawson actually lived in St Annes. And there's a lovely statue of him in the I think it's called the Life, Peace and Happiness Garden. I think that's what it's called. Just at the side of the pier. So that's a nice shelter building. Another one of those buildings I was telling you about. And this is the garden where the statue is. You can see him stood in the middle of the hedge. Nice garden, nice.
And I love it.
You ready? And there's the man himself. And as I said, you've always got the sun at the back of him. So taking a picture is a bit challenging. So that's today's tour of St Annes Seafront. We'll come back on another day when it's sunny and when it's not quite as busy, and we can take a proper look round in a little bit more detail. But I hope you've enjoyed that, so don't forget, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. Like the video, and if you've got any questions or comments, just pop them below, and then we can make sure when we come back next time that we pick everything up that we've missed. That was a very, very, very quick whistle stop tour. So that's it for today, folks, from St Annes. And it's now sunny St Annes again because the sun's come back out. So we'll see you later. Bye.